So the NBA playoffs is kind of close, and on both sides, well, you mostly the West more than the East. There are multiple teams that can make it to the play-in. And of course, we hear about some of the big names like the Lakers or of course Golden State, Dallas. But there are also teams like the Wizards that could possibly make the play-in, or the Pacers, or the Bulls. So what I'm going to do is there are 4 slots, both in the East and both in the West, with plans. It's the 7 through the 10 seed. And I'm going to give my opinion of who is going to make it out to the plan. I'm not going to say make it out the plan. I'm going to say make it to the plan. As we currently speak, let's start with the East. As we currently speak, the 7 through 10 seed is the Miami Heat, the Atlanta Hawks, the Toronto Raptors, and the Chicago Bulls. I think that is going to change, but not too much. Because Brooklyn started off with such a huge lead over Miami before they traded Kevin Durant, before they traded Kyrie. I think that Brooklyn is going to make the playoff, or is going to make the play-in. Because right now Brooklyn is currently in the 6th seed. I think that they're going to scoot down or move down to the play-in. I think they may be the 7th or 8th seed, because the Atlanta Hawks, bro, they are the most inconsistent team outside of maybe Golden State. Golden State has been one of the most consistent teams. Maybe not the good consistent, but they've been one of the most consistent teams all year. When they're on the road, they're terrible. When they're at home, they're great. Consistent. Like, they just won their first road game since like January 30th. They were on an 11-game losing streak on the road. Yet, they have one of the best home records. That is as consistent can be in the NBA. You're terrible on the road. You're great at home. Boom. Consistency. The Atlanta Hawks, bro, in their last, in the conference, right, they're 21-23. On the road, they're 16-21. At home, they're 19-15. Their last 10 games, they're 4-6. And I think it's like they win 2, lose 1. Win 1, lose 2. They're so inconsistent. The problem is, or the thing that I think is helping them, is they don't have that tough of a schedule. And the Brooklyn Nets, they outside of Mikal Bridges, they don't have much. So I think the Brooklyn Nets are gonna find them, or they're gonna go down, and I think the play-in is gonna be the Brooklyn Nets, the Atlanta Hawks, the Toronto Raptors, and the Chicago Bulls. I don't think the Pacers are gonna win enough games to be in the play-in. I also don't think the Wizards are going to win enough games to be in the play-in. I just don't. And I like the Wizards, but the Wizards are currently 32-39. That's no. And while the Orlando Magic, I will give a shout out to them. They've been good. I just don't think that they're going to win enough. They're 29-34 or 43. You're also going to see some teams like kind of pack it in. There's like maybe 20 games left. You're going to see some, maybe like 15. You're going to see some teams like really pack it in. Like, hey, we're not making it. Let's just try to get what we can in the draft. I like the Knicks. The Knicks, Julius Randle just had 57. Shouts out to him, but they did lose that game. I don't think that they're going to lose enough to, and I don't see Brooklyn, Miami, Atlanta, Toronto, or Chicago winning enough to get to that 5th seed. So I think the play-in for the East is going to be the Brooklyn Nets, the Atlanta Hawks, Toronto Raptors, and Chicago Bulls. And I think Miami is going to make their way to the 6th seed and get out of the play-in. In the West, the West is I think from seeds 5 to 12 or 13 is like decided by, or is different by like 2 games. It's so wide open right now. The play-in is Dallas, Minnesota, Oklahoma City, Utah. Now, of course, you have the Los Angeles Lakers, you have the Pelicans, you have the Portland Trailblazers. And in the fifth and sixth seed, you have actually the fourth, fifth, and sixth seed. You have the Suns, you have the Clippers, you have Golden State. I think there are no locks, actually. Let me say it. There are no locks. I will say that I think two teams are kind of out of it. And those two teams are the New Orleans Pelicans and the Portland Trailblazers. I think that Portland just has they're not that good of a team. And actually, they're not really a good team at all. Outside of Damian Lillard, you have, Jeremy Grant. You also have Anthony Simons. But outside of that, they're not that much of a really good team. And it's really Dame saving the day, and that's it. And even when Dame saves the day, there are times when you don't, or Dame goes crazy, maybe 50, 60-point game. That doesn't automatically mean they're going to win. That's just how bad the Portland Trailblazers are. And for the New Orleans Pelicans, a lot rides on Zion Williamson if he comes back or not. Now, he could come back, but if he comes back, what is he coming back to? Right now, they're in the 12th spot. They're 34 and 37. I just don't know when he comes back. Is there going to be enough time to get to the play-in? Again, I like Brandon Ingram. I like CJ McCollum, but are they going to be able to get enough wins so when Zion does come back? And then when Zion comes back, how is he going to look? I don't know. I think the two teams that we're really questioning is the 11 seed, which is the Lakers, and the 6 seed, which is Golden State. Like I said, let's talk about the Golden State for a second. I think we still don't know. Right now, it's kind of leaning towards Andrew Wiggins is not going to be coming back due to personal reasons. I don't know what it is, but due to personal reasons, it looks like Andrew Wiggins won't be coming back this season. If that changes, that's huge for Golden State. But right now, that's what it's looking like. And if Gary Payton II looks like he possibly will be ready for the playoffs, but again, you don't know. It's been almost 3 months since he's played. Golden State, they have been terrible on the road. That's been well documented. I talked about it a couple episodes ago. I just talked about it now. So you don't know, we don't know what we're going to get out of, well, we do know we're going to get out of Golden State. You have one of the greatest players of all time in Steph Curry. You still have the Splash Brothers. Klay Thompson's having his best season in his career as far as offensively. You still have, Draymond Green. You still have Jordan Poole. You have pieces. Jonathan Kuminga has become really good. And I think that one of the biggest reasons why Golden State probably will find themselves in the playoffs instead of the play-in is because of I think they have 2 road games left, and then they have the rest of the way they have about maybe 3 or 4, maybe 5 straight home games, we already know Golden State plays drastically different at home and away. So I think that 4 or 5 game homestand is going to pay due, and they have one of the easiest schedules left in the league. Outside of, I know they have to play Dallas, but even Dallas finds itself in the play-in, and what's going to happen with, Kyrie may not play, and Luka, he's missed a bunch of times. So I think that playing at home is going to help Golden State. And of course, you still have Steph. You still have the core. Now, yes, Jordan Poole does turn the ball over a lot, and Jonathan Kuminga still has some. And Steph, there's still those times where we saw it against the Atlanta game. They did everything to come back, and then Steph has a bad game-sealing turnover. I'm not just saying it's the young guys, it's everyone, and they're drastically undersized a lot of the times. You saw that against the Clippers. So, but I think that Golden State's going to make it. Dallas, again, it's really predicated on Kyrie Irving, who just re-injured his foot against Dillon Brooks and the Grizzlies, and I'm only laughing because the only thing going around is Dillon Brooks tried to give Kyrie his jersey, and Kyrie was like, "Nah, you can keep that, Slim." It's crazy. Oh boy. But yeah, Kyrie, we don't know how healthy Luka's gonna be, and now those are really the two pieces that's all you have. Minnesota, I don't know. I know Cat or Karl Anthony Towns just had a setback, so I don't know if he's coming back. So I'll say this. Oh, and then let's go to Lakers. We did hear some good news that it looks like LeBron James might be coming back this season. Might be. It's really, I don't know, man. The Lakers are so inconsistent. I mean, even with LeBron, they've been inconsistent. But, of course, having LeBron gives them a better shot. Anthony Davis. Yo, Austin Reeves carried them the other day. Austin Reeves. I'll just say this. Here's my plan. My plan is going to be the Dallas, and I'm not saying this order. These are just the four teams. Dallas Mavericks, Minnesota Timberwolves, Oklahoma City Thunder because they have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and I think Los Angeles Lakers. I think the Los Angeles Lakers are going to make it, and the Utah Jazz are not, even though the Utah Jazz did get a big win over the Sacramento Kings the other day. I think the Lakers are going to win enough because they have one of the easiest schedules left in the league. Now that's not saying much, seeing as though they've lost to teams that they shouldn't have lost to, but I think they have one of the easiest schedules left. So I have the Lakers just sneaking into maybe the 9th or 10th seed as far as the play-in and see where it goes from there. So again, my plan in the East is Brooklyn, Atlanta, Toronto, Chicago. And my plan in the West is Dallas, Minnesota, OKC, and Los Angeles. Oh, man, you stayed to the end of the video. I appreciate you. If you like what you saw, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you'll never miss any content from your boy. You can also go back and watch past episodes, past clips, and don't forget that the Unpopular Podcast, new episodes drop every Wednesday and Saturday. Appreciate you.